Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Today's game I'm going to be talking about is the Crystal Palace versus Norwich City game, which took place today as of recording of this video, and it was a good game. It was a good game. After the disappointment of the previous game against Tottenham Hotspur, we were really looking for things to improve and to hopefully get the team back on track, and they certainly did that. It was we were facing Norwich, who haven't scored many goals this season. They haven't got many points, and they've really been struggling. I know they've been trying to turn things around, but they have been struggling a lot. So we really did need to win this game, and as you can see, we did win it. But I'm going to take you through the things that happened and just let you know my thoughts on it as well. If you like this video and you like the content in general, then please don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell for notifications as well, just so that we can let you know when the new video comes up. Okay, so as for the lineup, obviously Zaha wasn't available, I should say, because of the sending off he got against Tottenham Hotspur. So at the front we had Ayew, Mateta, and Edouard. I was a bit surprised at Mateta being there. I thought they might have gone with Benteke first, but Mateta was the first shot. Then we had Schlupp, Kouyaté, and Hughes in the middle. No Gallagher for this game. And at the back we had Ward, Anderson, Gahey, and Mitchell. So more of the tried and tested back four there. And Vicente Gaeta took his place back in goal. So we started off this game really well. We came out the blocks, all things firing as we have done in previous games, and it was really, we were passing it around well. We looked like we were up for the game, which was great. Norwich City didn't come out of the first half starting very well. They were a little bit on the back foot, and it led very early on. Because Norwich have been making some silly mistakes at the back, as I'm sure you've seen if you've watched Norwich City in the past. They've been making some silly mistakes at the back. They're a young side, and it was an inexperienced mistake in their penalty area that brought down Hughes and awarded Crystal Palace a penalty. And Edouard stepped up and slotted it into the bottom corner of the net to make it 1-0. So that was fantastic. That was only after 8 minutes of the first half having been played, which was fantastic, and it certainly put us on a good forward footing. And from that point on, we were kind of dominating possession, and we were passing it around quite well. I thought that we worked really well together as a team. I know that people have been talking about Zaha in the team, but I actually thought we played really well today. I thought that we weren't always constantly trying to give the ball to Zaha as we have been before. We were playing around between us. Hughes was fantastic, as he has been since he's come into the team. He was dominating in the middle. Him and Kouyaté were making sure that things were going where they needed to go. If the game needed to move forward, they were doing it. And Hughes and Kouyaté were both getting involved in tackles and winning the ball back. So they were playing really well together. Schlupp was trying to get forward when he could, and he was also helping out at the back as well. So it was a good midfield, good solid midfield, I thought, today. And that's how it came on. That's how it carried on. We kept on trying to create things. Norwich did try occasionally to try and go back into it, and that's when I thought that we saw a little bit of shakiness at the back for Palace. The Norwich, I think, were a little bit unlucky at times not to go at least a goal, not to at least score one goal against us, because there was a good shot in the second half that was very well saved by Gaeta. But in the first half, there were a couple of things where they nearly got onto the end of them, and if it had been a better team, they may well have punished us for those. So there was a little few moments in the first half where I was a little bit I thought they were a little bit shaky, but on the whole, the back four worked really well, worked really hard. Joel Ward obviously working really hard, as he always does. Ayew, fantastic again, working really hard for the team, running forward and getting back and helping out as he has been doing this season. And then it moved forward to around the 38th minute when Jean-Philippe Mateta managed to get the goal. It went wide to Edouard, who cut it back to Mateta, who slotted it really lovely slot across the goal into the net. And he hasn't had many starts this season, and I've been one of the first ones to criticise him, but that was a great finish from him, and he certainly looked lively and looked like he was trying to involve himself in the game, which is of course what you want to do and what you want to see from your forwards. And then, literally a couple of minutes later, uh, on 42 minutes, Jeffrey Schlupp, it was almost a carbon copy of the goal Mateta scored. Edouard had the ball in the box. It was towed off. It was towed off him by a Norwich player. Went wide to Schlupp, who hit it back across goal, and it went in at the far post. Very good goal from Schlupp, who had another couple of chances later on in the second half, but unfortunately wasn't able to put them away. But it was a good goal, and we were looking good. A couple of times, as I say, Norwich tried to get back into the game, and in the second half, Norwich had a good spell at the beginning of the second half when they were passing the ball around and we were having to defend. And I think we defended really well at that spell. We were working hard together, trying to keep them out. And I don't really think second half we were playing in top gear. I think we were kind of just cruising it. We knew we'd won the game, and we were just trying to keep Norwich at bay. And we did try a few goes going forward. Edouard had a glancing header that went wide of the post. And as I say, Norwich did have their chances. There was a good save by Gaeta towards the end of the game, towards the end of the second half even. But it was a good result all round. I think we worked really hard. It was a game that a lot of people expected us to win. It was a game we should have won, obviously. But I think we played well, considering we have a number of good players out. Considering that Vieira is still isolating, and considering all of that, I think it was a good, solid performance, and we worked really hard. I would love to hear what you think about the game. Do you think that it was a game we should have got more? Do you think that we were just maybe being a bit too relaxed and a bit too foot off the pedal? Do you think we should have actually gone out and tried to dominate the game? I mean, Hughes and Mateta went off and were substituted for Benteke and for Milivojevic. I think more a case of just trying to protect players and keep them from getting too worn out because of the game fixtures that are coming up. Anderson went off with what looked like an injury, which is a bit of a worry. Hopefully we'll hear more about that later. He was replaced by Tompkins in the second half. And yeah, it was a great game. I think we played really well. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about the game, whether you feel that Mateta was good today. I thought he didn't play too well. Edouard, I think he was playing well. He got forward as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your ideas. And that is it from me at the moment. Until next time, bye bye.